The Bennington Triangle is an area in southwestern Vermont, famous for a series of unexplained disappearances and eerie events that took place between 1945 and 1950. The term Bennington Triangle was coined by Vermont author Joseph A. Citro in the 1990s, drawing comparisons to the more famous Bermuda Triangle. The area is centered around Glastonbury Mountain, a now abandoned town and former logging community, and includes parts of Bennington, Woodford, and Shaftesbury. Over the decades, the region has become infamous for its inexplicable vanishings, strange weather patterns, and bizarre occurrences. Let us explore these disappearances and facts surrounding this perplexing mystery. Middy Rivers was a seasoned outdoorsman and hunter, deeply familiar with the Long Trail area where he disappeared. He was leading a group of 4 hunters through the region, which he had navigated countless times before. At 74, he was in excellent physical condition for his age, known for his stamina and knowledge of the Vermont wilderness. Rivers was not just any guide. He had an intimate relationship with the land, which made his sudden disappearance all the more puzzling. On November 12, 1945, Rivers was guiding his party along the Long Trail near Hell Hollow in the Green Mountains, just north of Bennington. After reaching a point in the journey, Rivers got slightly ahead of the group, as he often did, walking at a faster pace. He assured them he would meet them at their camp. But when the rest of the group arrived at the agreed location, Middy Rivers was nowhere to be found. A massive search effort followed, involving local residents, police, and military personnel. The search lasted for 8 days, but no trace of Rivers was found, except for a single rifle cartridge discovered in a stream, a small and seemingly insignificant clue. Despite the scale of the operation and the number of searchers combing the area, Rivers' disappearance remains unsolved to this day. Rivers' disappearance has generated numerous theories, ranging from the mundane to the paranormal. These speculations attempt to explain how an experienced hunter and guide could vanish without a trace in an area he knew intimately. The most straightforward explanation is that Rivers may have suffered a medical emergency, such as a heart attack or stroke, while alone. If he fell into a ravine or other hidden terrain feature, it is possible that searchers simply missed him. However, this theory doesn't account for the absence of any remains, personal belongings, or signs of struggle, which would likely have been found given the extensive search. Another plausible theory is that Rivers fell and injured himself, or that he was attacked by a wild animal. The Green Mountains are home to a variety of wildlife, including bears and bobcats. Yet the lack of any blood, clothing, or signs of an animal struggle makes this scenario difficult to accept. Predators typically leave evidence of their attack, such as bones or scattered belongings, none of which were found. While less likely given the circumstances, some have speculated that Rivers could have been the victim of foul play. However, his age and the remote location make this an improbable theory. Furthermore, Rivers had a good reputation in the community, and no one in his group or the local area had any apparent motive to harm him. The most intriguing and controversial theory involves paranormal or supernatural explanations. Rivers' disappearance occurred in an area known for other mysterious vanishings, including the famous Bennington Triangle disappearances. Some theorists suggest that Rivers may have fallen prey to an unknown phenomenon, possibly linked to the area's strange reputation for vanishing people, UFO sightings, or unexplained lights in the sky. The Bennington Triangle has a reputation similar to the Bermuda Triangle, and people speculate about interdimensional portals, alien abductions, or other supernatural forces at play. While highly speculative, some have proposed that Rivers may have chosen to disappear intentionally. However, given his age, experience, and the fact that he was guiding a group of hunters, this theory seems unlikely. There was no indication that Rivers had any reason to abandon his life, or that he was unhappy with his circumstances. The mystery of Midi Rivers continues to captivate those interested in unsolved disappearances, particularly those who focus on wilderness cases. His story is often cited in books, articles, and documentaries discussing the Bennington Triangle. Rivers' case is especially frustrating for investigators because of his experience. Had it been a novice hiker, the disappearance might have been easier to explain. But Rivers' deep familiarity with the terrain made his vanishing deeply perplexing. Midi Rivers' disappearance remains a haunting mystery, lost to the vast and untamed wilderness of Vermont. Whether due to natural causes, foul play, or something more mysterious, the case stands as a reminder of how little we sometimes understand about the natural world. The case has become emblematic of the unexplained, a puzzle that continues to fascinate those who study it and leaves lingering questions about what really happened in the Green Mountains on that November day in 1945. The disappearance of Paula Jean Weldon on December 1st, 1946, is one of the most well-known unsolved mysteries in Vermont history, often associated with the eerie lore of the Bennington Triangle. Weldon, an 18-year-old college student, vanished while hiking the long trail near Bennington, Vermont, never to be seen again. Despite a massive search effort, no trace of her was ever found. Her case, like others in the region, has baffled investigators for decades and continues to be the subject of speculation and theories that range from the plausible to the supernatural. Paula Jean Weldon was a sophomore at Bennington College, a private liberal arts school located in southwestern Vermont. She was the eldest of 4 daughters, raised in a well-to-do family in Stamford, Connecticut. Described as an intelligent, independent, and responsible young woman, Paula was interested in nature and the outdoors, often hiking in the beautiful forests and mountains surrounding Bennington. By all accounts, Paula was a typical college student, although she had been described as somewhat withdrawn in the days leading up to her disappearance. On the weekend of December 1st, 1946, she decided to take a break from her studies and go for a hike along the Long Trail, a famous hiking route that runs through Vermont. She set out on the trail without proper gear for an extended hike, seemingly expecting to return before nightfall. What followed has become one of Vermont's most haunting mysteries. On the afternoon of December 1st, 1946, Paula told her roommate, Elizabeth Johnson, that she was planning to go for a hike. She asked around for information about the Long Trail, and specifically about directions to a section of the trail near Glastonbury Mountain. Paula left the campus wearing a bright red jacket, jeans, and sneakers, which many later noted were inadequate for a serious winter hike. She took no money, extra clothing, or gear for an overnight stay in the woods. At around 2:45 p.m., Paula was seen leaving Bennington College and hitchhiking along Route 67A. A local contractor named Lewis Knapp picked her up and dropped her off near the Long Trail, about 3 miles from where she would begin her hike. Knapp later confirmed that Paula had seemed in good spirits and gave no indication that she was distressed or troubled. Several other hikers reported seeing Paula on the trail. The last confirmed sighting came from an elderly couple who encountered her near the trailhead around 4 p.m. They reported that she asked them about the trail and continued her hike toward Glastonbury Mountain. However, after that point, no one saw her again. When Paula failed to return to campus that evening, her roommate became concerned. Initially, the college assumed she had gone on an extended hike or taken an impromptu trip, but when she didn't show up for her Monday classes, a larger alarm was raised. Paula's father, William Archibald Weldon, arrived from Connecticut the following day and launched a search effort with the assistance of local authorities. The search for Paula was one of the largest in Vermont's history, involving state police, volunteers, college students, and even the FBI. Search teams scoured the Long Trail and the surrounding area, using bloodhounds, helicopters, and ground searches. Despite the extensive efforts, there was no sign of Paula. No footprints, no personal belongings, no clothing. The only potential clue was the reported sighting of a girl matching Paula's description near a diner in Fall River, Massachusetts, but this lead ultimately went nowhere. The search for Paula continued for weeks, eventually scaling back as hope of finding her faded. William Weldon, frustrated by what he perceived as mismanagement of the search, criticized local authorities and even suggested foul play might have been involved. His frustration led to the eventual creation of the Vermont State Police, as the state had no formal police force at the time of Paula's disappearance. Paula Jean Weldon's disappearance has been the subject of numerous theories, some more grounded than others. While no definitive evidence has been found to support any particular explanation, several possibilities have been explored over the years. The most straightforward theory is that Paula got lost or injured while hiking. Given her lack of proper gear and the onset of winter, it's possible she succumbed to exposure or had an accident in the wilderness. The terrain around Glastonbury Mountain is rugged and remote, with dense forests, steep drops, and dangerous ravines. It's conceivable that Paula may have slipped or fallen into a hidden crevasse or thick underbrush where searchers couldn't find her. Another popular theory is that Paula was the victim of foul play. This theory gained traction when a local man, Ernest Whitman, claimed to have seen Paula with a strange man on the day of her disappearance. The man allegedly followed her along the trail, raising suspicions. However, no evidence ever emerged to link anyone to Paula's disappearance, and Whitman's statement was never corroborated. There was also speculation about Paula's home life, with rumors of tension between Paula and her father. Some suggested that she might have run away or been harmed by someone she knew. William Weldon, however, dismissed these claims and remained steadfast in his belief that his daughter had either met with an accident or been abducted. While there's no substantial evidence to support this theory, some have speculated that Paula may have taken her own life. In the days leading up to her disappearance, some students noted that she had seemed distracted or melancholic, possibly indicating personal troubles. However, there was no note, and her friends and family rejected the idea that Paula was suicidal. Like the disappearance of Midi Rivers, Paula's case has been linked to the paranormal theories surrounding the Bennington Triangle. Some speculate that she may have encountered an unknown or supernatural force while hiking through the area. Glastonbury Mountain, in particular, is believed by some to be a hotspot for mysterious disappearances, strange lights, and other unexplained phenomena. Paranormal theorists suggest that Paula could have been taken by an interdimensional portal, a UFO, or some other strange phenomenon linked to the Bennington Triangle lore. While these ideas are largely speculative, they contribute to the sense of mystery and intrigue surrounding the case. The disappearance of Paula Jean Weldon remains one of Vermont's most enduring and unsettling mysteries. Despite the massive search effort, no answers have ever been found, and her case continues to spark debate and speculation. Was her fate the result of a tragic accident, foul play, or something more mysterious? The lack of evidence, combined with the eerie history of disappearances in the area, ensures that Paula's story will continue to captivate those who seek to understand the unexplained. Though over 75 years have passed, the mystery of what happened to Paula Jean Weldon remains unsolved, and she remains one of the many lost to the wilderness, with her fate forever intertwined with the strange legends of the Bennington Triangle. If you like our content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It will help the channel and keep it alive.